even one person in here. I want to know how the sound is. Oh, hi, Purple Girl Slay. Okay, so I'm doing the 10-second delay rule, delay lag. Yeah, delay rule. And yesterday, before I started my live, I turned the camera around. And just doing that, because the song was fine, not glitchy, not staticky, I turned the camera back around and just did my live. Oh my gosh, the whole thing was glitch. Like, what's up with that? It just sucks. So I'm asking you, hi Peggy, how's the sound? Because yesterday my very first song was fine. And then when I turned the camera from facing the wall just around, right, on my iPad, it all went to flipping, I don't know what. I was really disappointed. It was so glitchy. So how is it? Because I did what I'm supposed to. I turned the camera on first. I counted to 15 seconds, and then I did the microphone, and then I came in. So I really hope the sound is not staticky or glitchy. And just you and someone, Shay, are the only ones in here right now. I could pull out my other iPad and check, but I've got, wow. Hi, Barbara Smith. It's perfect? You're not just saying that, are you? I mean, are you just saying that? Because, I know you're going through some stuff with Rose and stuff, and I'm friends with Rose, and I don't. The last time was glitchy. I thought it was my phone. I restarted, but it was still glitchy. It sounds fine. See, that's what I mean. No, for real. All right, thank you. I'm slight. Oh, God, I don't like my hair today. I don't like it. But I don't want to do bangs. That's driving me bonkers, growing out my bangs. Anyway, I don't want to have to, go through the whole damn live and find out that it's not damn. It's just, I touch up my makeup and get a song ready and get a topic and pull it up from the other iPad. And it's not a lot like other creators, but, I want at least my audio to be okay. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm having a bad hair day. That's just great. That is just great. Look how that piece, see, this piece is long here, but this one wants to stick out on the side and not go forward. That's probably the way I slept on it. I worry too much about how I look, but I can't help it, especially as I get older. So I have 4 more songs from this artist named Andrew Langdon, who I found on the YouTube studio. Wow, look at the light get brighter as I get what, closer? Or no, when I move back. Wow, that's really weird too. Now I do have the a new secondhand refrigerator, so he'd be asleep because of that? I'm confused. That's fine. I mean, gosh, he watches like all my replays. I mean, that's what he tells me. Replay crew or whatever it's called. All right. So anyway, this is Andrew Langdon, and we'll get about 4 more songs in because it is 6:30. You are not Rose, you're Megan. I have no beef with you. Well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, she doesn't want to have problems with anyone else anymore. I was happy to see that on her live, but both sides need to, or you know what I mean, just, or one side, one person who's having issues has to stop. Like, even me and Sierra, I stop totally, but then I watch her lives to see if she's still bitching about me, and she is. Oh, well, I bet her house stinks because of all those and she just takes her digs. So now I find myself kind of taking my little digs, but usually I'm defending because, I guess I don't like fake people, and I'm not fake. You know what I mean? All right, here we go. Get a little bit of cardio in. It's quite warm today, but then it rained, and then it was a bright sun, then it thundered. It rarely miscounting today. Normally thunders. This music is definitely dance electric, but this one's calm. Purple. Oh my God, there's something files. You pop a tit out. Glad you popped in though. No, my kids haven't had kids yet. Epcot. This one is Dorian. I've used this since my Zumba days. I don't know how to wear it. It's been so long. It's ankle, but I'm going to do it up here. It'll work better till I get a tambourine. This is On the Heart. When I'm done dancing, I'm going to cover a little bit on puzzles and then the fires in Washington State. These are my Zumba sticks for those that don't know. See the people? These songs just end. pull up the other two songs that I like so much, Country Boy and Mukbang. Put this on one. Try to cool down a little bit. And yeah. Drink Pepsi today. It's so delicious. All right. Good Lord. I'll do two quick songs. Get me kind of, a little more going. Of course, a little bit more hot. Oh, it's hot. I'm trying to do a live each day, you know what I mean? Let's see. There it is. All right. You ladies want a little country boy? A little country boy? Love that song. This one's even better. No, God, no, not this one. Oh shit. It's so good. This is called mukbang. Oh God, I love that song. Okay, now.
Did you wait too long? Tell him that you love him, but he's already gone, darling. Did you make two wrongs? Know that daddy never made a right before, darling. You were never made to be the judge, darling. He never changed his way for me to budge, darling. It's feeling like a cold dog winning, the sun still behind the trees. Yeah. She asked me if I had another minute and I didn't have the heart to leave. Yeah. It's feeling like a cold dog winning, the sun still behind the trees. Yeah. She asked me if I had another minute and I didn't have the heart to leave. One day I'll be everything you ever wanted. Until then I'll be out here fighting like a southern. Through the cold dog winter. Did you say goodbye, knowing damn well everybody gon' die someday? Did you waste my time, knowing damn well we can press for a while? One day I'll be everything you ever wanted. Until then I'll be out here fighting like a southern. Through the cold dog winter. It's feeling like a cold dog winter and the sun still behind the trees. Yeah. She asked me if I had another minute and I didn't have the heart to leave. Yeah. It's feeling like a cold dog winter and the sun still behind the trees. Yeah. She asked me if I had another minute and I didn't have the heart to leave. One day I'll be everything you ever wanted.
You knew how hot it was in here. Not that one. I'm only going to be able to play a few more. I can't have my window open. The kids are... I love that song. It's called Lost Myself. Is what I just heard. Woo!
I am waiting for a bus at the end of the night. Under street lamp, red face flamed by the light. I'm born away, born away, born away. And the sun gonna shine on a brand new day. Must be somewhere welcome me into the fold. Blooming flowers, as much as I can hold. I'm born away, gotta be fearless. You just gotta be fearless. Yeah. You just gotta be fearless. You just gotta be fearless. Once I get in and I put it in drive, ain't no one stopping me, don't even try. Controlling the chaos, controlling the fire. Yeah. It's not the shots if you don't say. Never be heard if you don't say. Just gotta get out your own way. You can't learn to fly on your own if you don't let go. Step out of the shadows, into the fire. Don't be afraid to go out on a wire. Living the moment, to live life. This is what you're made for. You just gotta be fearless. You just gotta be fearless. You just gotta be fearless. You just gotta be fearless.
Love this song. This is When It Ends.
Last time we talked, you had nothing to say.
By Cosplay.
You chose to walk, give what we had away. I hope you get what you're looking for. But babe, with me, you close the door on everything we could have been. Don't go thinking we could be friends. No, you can't bring us back from the day. 'Cause when you know, you know. And when you don't, when it ends, it ends. When it ends, I'm glitching.
Guys, try moving to this music. Oh my god. Okay. No, that's way too doop-doop-doopity-doo. That's cute, but it's kind of mellow. So Anno Domini Beats is really pretty good. I went through all these and picked out the ones that I liked. Sounds a little bubble gummy.
She said it's all for you. I did it all for you. Baby, it's all for you.
I may need to go to sleep. I may need to go to sleep. What's that? What on earth is this?
Well, if you need a hand to carry a load,
Whoa.
you can put that on me. One night old hurricane is starting to blow. Always got a home where you can come be. Oh, because I had a
This one's called Your Man Gotcha.
make it together. When I tell you that I got you, I got you.
My husband left me twice. Well, I left him the first time.
Oh, your man got you. Oh, he got you. Oh, your man got you. Now when those dark nights get long, knowing the dawn feels like it's never gonna come. When that gray sky's full of rain now, knowing it seems like we'll never see the sun. Gotta don't let light shine for you, and don't let nothing else to do. Hard times are never going through.
Probably 80 in here. I've been dancing almost an hour straight. is my cardio. I had a stress-induced heart attack. Not this past April, but the one before. For those of you that are new here, just saying hi, whatever. And I had a thalamic gain stroke in 2020.
I was a plane crashing in your head. You could have known me better, I said. Ask me a question, just a little comprehension. Could tell me
Thank you,
how you
ADHD.
slipping instead.
Sweating bullets is thick.
Time is a game you play when you got
It's
it.
a double shirt. Something.
You shoot your shot so you can say that you shot it. I wanna know, how's it gonna go? You think you'll never be forgotten. What about me? What about me? What about me?
I'm glad I'm in shorts, not jeans.
I can tell you when you skin your first knee. I can tell you when you saw your first seed. I can tell you who you thought you would be. Can you tell me anything about me?
Oh, gosh. Through the gates of hell. That's where all you creators get dissed on, allegedly speculating, might end up in glass Vaseline drawers. This sounds like what's his face that died. Sings Grady Train, remember? What the heck is that? Thank you. Not too bad for 2 kids. too slow. Oh. This sounds like Guns N' Roses. Kind of. I mean, it's not. Don't go to Metallica or Guns N' Roses hungover. Lord. Okay, I watched back all my lives. And it'll be really nice to hear good sound. Is it still okay? I don't know who MK Ultra is, though I might have stopped it. Crap. Trolling, I'm not sub. Okay. God, that's just amazing. My hair's getting longer, right? And then if I sleep on it, like my yesterday's video, I thought it was kind of wispy and cute, but now it's just kind of very dry. I think I need to put some conditioner in it next time. That's what I need to do. Okay, so Peggy, you're still here. when I never know what I'm gonna do, you guys. So I just wanted to see what it looked like, kind of like a white dress, right? But when I was going like this was up a little. And I'm gonna ask Peggy, did I expose anything? Because I'm monetized. And they must think my dancing's okay because I'm getting ad revenue. I didn't show any of my punani, did I? Oh my God. Okay, good, good. Look at this lighting. It's just so... See that? It gets brighter. Why does it do that? I'm almost afraid, though, to touch any other buttons. Yeah, definitely not a psycho. You're right on. You know, so you guys, like, for people that think, you know, I'm out there, blah, 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 you know, of course I want clicks and views. I'm monetized, and I haven't been for until the last, this is going on the 6th month. Well, April, May, June, July. Now I can't remember. Did I get monetized in March or April? Anyway, I'm not like, you know, trying to make it big or anything on YouTube. I'm just, actually I'm able to get my cardio in, which is good because my doctor always asks me, are you exercising? And I'm honest. She's too damn SATANIC. I mean, for a little gal down in, or whatever, Missouri, I mean, it's out there, whatever. I can say the state. I won't say the town. But, you know, that's why I talked about her, Peggy, because she's a real instigator. And when I was watching one of Lionel's lives, she instigated once in chat, and then I guess Tashi did. And he wasn't even talking about her. And this is what I mean. You know, I told Rose, I said, you want peace, right? On one of her lives, she said, I want this to end. I commented, and I said, I was really happy to see the name of your title on your program. And I know, Peggy, you don't get along with Rose and vice versa. But I said, you're going to have to give you your own peace. And that doesn't mean I'm telling her what to do, but I've shown videos. You can't feed, not the beast, and I'm not even talking about Lionel, but the people in his chat, because as soon as he kind of comes around to missing her or wanting to welcome her or any kind of anything, the chat, I think, can sense it. And then, of course, they don't like me, and that's fine. There's a lot of people that don't, but there are more people that do. Or, you know, probably wouldn't be able to be on here. And I never thought I'd get monetized, you guys. My 22-year-old daughter said, why don't you try to sign up again? Because I just, for the life of me, I couldn't. I could not tape or copy-paste the URL. I didn't know how to do it. If you don't know how to do these things, then you can't do it. Yeah, I don't go over there either. I mean, because I'll get blocked anyway, just like that. Wheels and Tashi blocked me like 2 months ago, or even 3, probably 3, 2.5, when I went in there just to say hi. You know, it's just kind of redonkulous. All right, you guys, I'm gonna, well, that was fun. I haven't heard those tunes in a while, and I'm gonna, the first guy, Andrew Langdon, he was very, what is it? Not trance music, not hypnotic. Oh, yeah? I'm going to pull up all the little parodies and things that MK has done on me. I think I'll do that tonight. If I can find them, because they're, in Messenger, since it was updated, everything's NXL 123 H slash blah blah all the way down paragraphs. So I don't know where they are anymore, but I saved every single one of them. There's at least 1, 2, 3, 4. There's probably about 10, and they're really funny. I think they're funny and really well done. You know, and I can give a shout out to his channel and stuff. But I'm gonna play this, and thanks for hanging out. If I didn't see your chat, I mean your comment, it's because, and I say this almost every live now, it's because one comment comes out at a time on YouTube Live and on when you're streaming on an iPad, YouTube Live, not StreamYard. And I used to do a lot of StreamYard and have panels, but it can get kind of hectic, you know, and you know, I mean, this is depressing, but there was an upload of a guy who really, you know, unalived himself. I'm just gonna say, people were telling me in chat, the guy that came over that night, didn't say hi, didn't say anything, and he looked like he was maybe 22, really short hair, glasses, and he's sitting in front of his monitor or whatever. And then all of a sudden, I'm just gonna say this, trigger warning. I thought I was seeing a chicken with maybe its head cut off. So I didn't expect it. I didn't know what I was looking at. And then people were telling me. And then I started bawling. Like, because I don't know who Mr. Whitehead is. But yeah, I just shut down my live, and I didn't lose my channel or anything because I wasn't monetized. But what a horrific thing. And it was something that had happened. Let's see, this was 3 years ago when I first had my channel, or starting at the end of August. It'll be 3 years. And it was evening time. This guy did this, and it was really upsetting. Yeah. But anyway, I Googled it when I was told, oh, I think the name Russell is in there somewhere, but I'm not really sure. I shouldn't even say that. And yeah, it was a real thing with a shotgun even, you guys. Oh, that's right. I've heard of that bird. That's actually really cute. So my point with that is, when I started out, I had some porn bombings, and not a lot, you know. I've had probably 1, 2, 3, 4 or maybe 5 in 3 years, you know. And then that taped real unaliving, which was just sick. And my point is, I don't enjoy panels that much. Not just because of that, but sometimes so many people want to come up, and I see other people do it a lot, right? They'll have 10 people up there. But in all honesty, because I quit drinking in 2011, and I quit smoking pot when I was 24, and I'm 64, so this is 40 years ago. If I was doing all that kind of finagling stuff, I'll just call it, shit, I'd go around and just hop up on people's panels and shoot the shit and not care what comes out of my mouth. Do you know what I mean? But that's just not me, you know? Okay, so let me get my... Whew. Okay, while I set this up for just a moment, that's going to be on high. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I don't really visit very many people's panels. Like, I'm rarely on Rose's. She's 3 hours later than me. I rarely go, well, I couldn't go over and say hi to Leanie because she and I know I'd be attacked. Major. And And then I used to go to Tattooed Rebels and Tattooed Angels, and I mean, I don't want to be one of these people that say hi every 3 months or something. Do you know what I mean? If I'm going to support, I want to support. But I'm being a little bit selfish, probably, and focusing on myself, trying to get a live in, things like that. Oh, fiddlesticks. All right, now I gotta turn the music off. Now, I haven't done something like this with the camera. I think the sound will be okay. Wait, let me turn the captions off. Captions off. Let me turn, holy cow, the sound down. And, yeah, whoops. So people have been asking me, I think you did, Peggy, and then someone else the other day, I think, Kenneth and his wife Jenny, how the fires are in Washington State, and apparently they're really not good and are getting worse and will get worse. So that's a drag.
78 large wildfires are burning across the country as we speak, and the Pacific Northwest, Oregon.
Okay, that's not even very much. There's been 540 in Washington State because I saw it on my iPad like 3 years ago, and we had to keep the windows completely closed for 4 days, which 2 weeks ago we had to for a whole week. I watch a lot of things on 2 times the speed, so we get it on 1. This lady is really, really good. Severe Weather USA. She doesn't mince words. She really knows what she's talking about. I've learned a lot about fires from her. This is going to cover Oregon first, then Washington, then Idaho, then Montana.
78 large wildfires are burning across the country as we speak, and the Pacific Northwest, Oregon, Washington, Montana, Idaho is ground zero. Over 3.5 million acres are actively burning right now, and this weekend's weather is about to make everything worse. We're talking dry lightning, gusty wind, 7.6 million acres across the United States.
What happened?
That's 170% of the 10-year average, and we still have weeks left in fire season. And today, the 78 large wildfires are burning across the country as we speak, and the Pacific Northwest, Oregon, Washington, Montana, Idaho is ground zero. Over 3.5 million acres are actively burning right now.
I'm not going to talk during this.
Is about to make everything worse.
Just be real quiet and I'm going to listen.
Gusty winds and critically low humidity, a nightmare combination for firefighters.
Oh,
Here's
shit.
an incredible stat for you. 2026 has already burned 7.6 million acres across the United States.
How's the sound,
That's
Peggy?
170% of the 10-year average, and we still have weeks left in fire season. And today, the National Weather Service has red flag warnings posted across eastern Washington, the Idaho Panhandle, and eastern Oregon. The last time this region saw conditions this dangerous was the early August Spokane fires, which destroyed over 900 structures in a single weekend. I'm breaking down everything you need to know for today,
Thank you,
Sunday,
Peggy.
and into Monday.
Thank you.
We'll cover active fires, road closures, air quality alerts, evacuation orders, and this weekend's dangerous forecast. If you're in Oregon, Washington, Idaho, or Montana, this video is essential viewing right now. Let's dive in. All right, first, let's set the stage with the big picture so you understand just how serious this situation
This is from today.
22,751 firefighters are deployed nationwide as of this morning, Saturday, August 22nd. 3 incident management teams from Australia and New Zealand are on the ground helping us right now. 240 soldiers from Joint Base Lewis McChord are actively fighting the Little Giant Fire in Washington state. 5 military C-130 aircraft, the MAPS air tankers, are deployed to Klamath Falls, Oregon, and Redding, California. When you're calling in the Army and international allies to fight wildfires, that tells you everything about how stretched resources are. Now, let's move state by state because each of these 4 states has a very different situation going on right now. We'll start with Oregon, the hardest hit state in 2026, then move to Washington, Montana, and Idaho. Oregon. Folks, this state has broken its all-time acreage record in 2026. Over 2.6 million acres burned so far this year. That is nearly 4 times the annual average. And it's not over. 18 large fires are burning in Oregon right now, covering over 1.3 million acres. Here are the ones you need to watch. The Grasshopper Fire, this is the one closest to Portland. It's burning in the Mount Hood National Forest, about 14 miles southwest of Dufur. At over 93,000 acres, it's 76% contained, but active fire behavior continues with uphill runs and group torching. This fire has cost $79.2 million to fight, destroyed 35 structures, and forced evacuations across Wasco, Hood River, and Clackamas counties. Highway 35 between Government Camp and Hood River has been repeatedly closed due to this fire. Check tripcheck.com before you drive that corridor today. Good news for the Mount Hood corridor, the level 1 evacuation order for Rhododendron East through Government Camp was lifted, but conditions are still volatile. Now, moving east of the Cascades, the Hagen Fire is burning about 26 miles east of Pendleton, deep in the Umatilla National Forest. 59,100 acres, only 19% contained. $43 million spent. Numerous homes and critical infrastructure are threatened right now. Fire analysts have described this one as showing no willingness to work with firefighters. Complex terrain with broken drainages, making containment lines nearly impossible to build continuously. Highway 204 between Elgin and Weston through the community of Tollgate. Just reopened on August 19th after weeks of closure, but Forest Service roads remain shut.
Here in the Pacific Northwest, you guys want a fence that is never going to rot,
Oh,
it is
Lord.
never going to warp or change shape, and it will never need to be restained. We have an offer going on where we can get you a brand new.
And then there's the Paradise Fire, the one that's quietly been growing and now has 0% containment at over 7,000 acres. It's burning about 18 miles east of Milton Freewater, right along the Oregon-Washington border. Level 3 Go Now evacuations are in effect along Mill Creek Road. Both the Hagen and Paradise Fires are being managed by the same incident management team. That's how tight resources are across the region right now. Now, the Big Grass Fire is the sheer scale story of this season. At 578,000 acres, it's one of the largest fires in Oregon's recorded history. It straddles Malheur County, Oregon, and Owyhee County, Idaho. 89% contained, so crews are making progress, but evacuation orders are still in effect. Level 3 Go Now orders remain for Pleasant Valley, Flint Creek Road, Triangle, and Antelope Ridge Road in Owyhee County, Idaho. Check the Owyhee County Sheriff's Office for current zone status as evacuation areas have been scaled back since peak fire activity. Moving south to Klamath County, the Wright Spring Fire near Sprague River has burned over 54,000 acres and is 55% contained. Bliss Road remains closed from Peter Steiner Road to Sprague River. Sprague River Road has since reopened. Red Cross emergency shelters are open at Chiloquin Elementary School and at Living Springs Fellowship in Bonanza. And 2 fires near Mount Hood with 0% containment. The Austin Fire and the Narrows are threatening structures and energy infrastructure east of Estacada, Oregon. Now, US 20 and US 26 between central and eastern Oregon have been intermittently closed throughout this fire season. Do not rely on GPS in eastern Oregon right now. ODOT is very clear on this. Wildfires can close roads with 0 warning. GPS may route you onto Forest Service roads that cannot handle highway traffic. Always check tripcheck.com before driving through central or eastern Oregon. And I mean, every single time you get in the car, all right, moving north to Washington State, this is where the military is deployed.
This is where I
and for
live.
good reason. Washington has burned over 650,000 acres in 2026, its worst fire year since 2021, with months still remaining in fire season.
Because
And right
I'm
now,
in
the most
Washington.
resource-intensive wildfire in the entire country is burning in Washington. That's the Little Giant Fire, 140,379 acres, and it grew by nearly 1,900 acres just yesterday. 15% contained. It's burning across Chelan and Okanogan counties through remote terrain around the Entiat River, the Chihuahua.
Fiddlesticks. Okay, so we're watching this because a couple of people the last 2 days are like, how are you doing in the wildfires? Most people know I live in Bellingham. If you look on the map, you know, I'm 2 hours from Seattle, north. So I'm in a town that's, because I looked it up, 99,000 people here. I thought it was a lot more, but it's not. And I moved here in 1991, so it was less, you know, but a lot of people are, you know, kind of coming over here and getting out of Seattle because it's busy and there's a lot of homeless and it's, you know, it's got its issues. It's beautiful, but, you know. So anyway, Mount Hood and all of that, they're hundreds of miles from me. And I'm really glad I'm just 2 miles from the bay. I mean, I could ride my bike over there in 25 minutes, my bicycle. But I'm 30 miles from Mount Baker, which I'm like, oh my God, everything's blowing and burning and windifying and floating and whatever, right? So a friend of mine in Messenger looked up Mount Baker, and it's doing fine apparently, so far, right? But so I just, you know, the skies have been blue here, and it's been a good 10 days since we've had to close the sliding glass door and not let our pets, our cats and our kittens, my kittens are 3 years old next month, 3 girls, and I don't let them out because the particles from sulfur and stuff, particulates they're called, can get on their fur, and then they lick it and it can affect the lungs and the heart. So I decided today, that's the long part of it, I decided today to pop on this channel and see what's going on, and I'm like, great. And to think that we're in the middle, apparently, of fire season. I think that's what she said. I don't think she said the beginning. So if these fires don't get contained and there's more, and then the Cascades and parts of Canada get all on fire, and then even more than what's happening now in California, I mean, we're going to be inundated with smoke. And I walked to the store with a mask on, a nice kind of thickish one, a regular one like, you know, you just buy at the store. And a friend of mine said that because of my heart condition and things and being older, I really need an N1, is it? 95 or N95 or whatever mask, which I don't have. But, you know, I'm just not going to go to the darn store if there's smoke like that. So, and I filmed myself walking up there, and I'm fine, but, you know, you have to be careful. So that's the long answer because I'm always extremely detailed. I've been like that my whole life. And that's why I'm showing this. I found it pretty interesting. There's many people that don't live in the Pacific Northwest. And I'm originally from Vermilion, South Dakota. So I'm learning, even though I've been here since 1991. One thing I've learned in this state is you dress in layers. All right, let's continue.
River, Glacier Peak Wilderness, and Lake Chelan. 2,317 personnel are fighting this fire, including 240 soldiers from Joint Base Lewis McChord. It has cost $78.3 million to date. New evacuation orders have been issued for communities on the south side of Lake Chelan. Today, command of the Little Giant Fire transfers from NW Team 12 to a California Incident Management Team, a sign of how much coordination this fire demands. Now, just southeast of there, the Three Queens fire is burning 6 miles.
And my son, who is 30, who's special needs, things like that, his father lives in Eastern Washington. And even though he and I haven't talked in different situations like that in many months, which is unusual for us, but this is how it had to become, we don't want anything to happen to him. So he's, I'll just say he's nearish Moses Lake, not really near Yakima, but he's right in the darn middle. So when the Spokane fires were happening, right, and all that smoke was heading our way, it had to go over him. So I'm assuming he's okay and hopeful.
East of Snoqualmie Pass, 3,849 acres, only 2% contained. Active group torching, spotting, and uphill runs. Numerous structures threatened, evacuations in effect. And there's a brand new fire right next door to the King Fire. The King Fire ignited just 7 miles northeast of Snoqualmie Pass, 459 acres, 0% containment, active group, torching and spotting as
That's
of this
the road
morning.
when
If you're in the Snoqualmie Pass
my
corridor,
son
that's along I-90 east
would
of
visit
Seattle.
his
Monitor
father,
conditions closely today.
he'd take the
This is
Snoqualmie
a fast developing
Pass.
situation. Moving north, the Sinlahican fire near Tonasket is one of two.
Oh, good grief. Okay, can we
These autofocus glasses
not-
are literally mega fires in Washington, 154,000 acres, 47% contained. This fire has spread toward Palmer Mountain, Rattlesnake Peak, South Pine Creek, and areas west of the Okanogan River. Level 3 evacuations near Tonasket remain in effect. And up in North Cascades National Park, the Luna Fire has 0% containment at 4,670 acres and is threatening energy infrastructure. Plus, a brand new fire, the Cece Fire, ignited 10 miles northwest of Stehekin. 578 acres, 0 containment, active uphill runs, and group torching. Washington Governor Ferguson has declared a statewide emergency and issued a burn ban through the end of September. All outdoor burning in Washington is prohibited. And here's something that has never happened before in Washington state history. The governor has declared a statewide public health emergency specifically due to wildfire smoke. Air quality near Leavenworth hit an AQI of 849 on a scale where anything over 300 is considered hazardous. That reading is almost incomprehensible. Air quality alerts are in effect for 13 counties in eastern Washington, including Spokane, Wenatchee, Chelan, and Okanogan, valid until further notice. Now let's cross the mountains to Montana, which entered this fire season late, but with tremendous force starting on August 1st. The Sand Creek Fire is the headliner here. It's burning 5 miles east of Wisdom in the Pioneer Mountains of Beaverhead County in southwest Montana. 31,757 acres and only 7% contained. FEMA approved a federal fire management assistance grant for this fire. That grant only gets approved when a fire threatens destruction at the scale of a major disaster. At its peak, Sand Creek was threatening over 170 homes and multiple critical facilities. The fire burned through Maverick Mountain Ski Area and threatened Elkhorn Hot Springs Resort. The county sheriff skipped straight from ready to go now, evacuations, no set stage. Mandatory evacuations remain in effect for Maverick Mountain, Elkhorn Hot Springs, Shale Creek, Clark Creek, and the north end of the Grasshopper Valley do not return until cleared. And here's a serious risk factor, the Bobcat Lakes Fire. 9,900 acres, 40% contained, is burning just 5 miles from Sand Creek. If those two fires merge, you get one much larger, harder to control fire. Crews are actively working to prevent that scenario right now. Now, 2 new fires in Montana are exploding today. The Windmill Fire near Reed Point in Stillwater County grew by 1,194 acres in the last 24 hours. Wind-driven runs, spotting, group torching at 4,194 acres and only 10% contained. Structures and energy infrastructure are threatened right now. And the Deer Creek Fire, 18 miles west of Marion, Montana, just jumped to 632 acres overnight with zero containment, active flanking and uphill runs. Also keep an eye on the Skillet Fire in Flathead National Forest. That one is threatening railroad infrastructure. And Ant Park is threatening energy infrastructure near White Sulphur Springs. Montana's smoke situation is also severe. Air quality in Columbia Falls hit very unhealthy. Dillon, Libby, and Thompson Falls are at unhealthy levels this morning. And much of that smoke isn't even from Montana fires. It's being transported east from the massive blazes in Oregon and Washington. Westerly winds are carrying it all the way through. Moving to Idaho, the situation there is rapidly deteriorating, with 3 brand new fires igniting literally overnight along the Nez Perce Clearwater National Forest.
See, I haven't seen
the
all
Fire,
this.
new as of today, has already reached 1,000 acres with zero containment, wind-driven runs, and group torching about 20 miles east of Lowell, Idaho. The Three Links Fire, also brand new, 510 acres, zero containment in the same area. The Cascade Fire grew by 2,100 acres yesterday alone. These new Idaho fires are dangerous because resources are already committed elsewhere, and initial attack teams are spread thin across 4 states simultaneously. The Upper Smith Fire near Port Hill in the Idaho Panhandle, 3,900 acres, 38% contained, has cost $28 million. Energy infrastructure threatened. And the Moose Mountain Fire grew by 458 acres yesterday and is only 7% contained, threatening structures 27 miles northeast of Pierce. Idaho's Nez Perce Reservation has air quality alerts active for Clearwater, Idaho, and Lewis counties. That covers communities including Kamaya, Lewiston, and Lapwai. Now let's get into the forecast, because the next 48 hours are critical and could determine whether these fires grow dramatically or stabilize. And here's the deal. The weather this weekend is not going to help firefighters. In fact, it's going to make their jobs significantly harder. Today, Saturday, August 22nd, an upper-level trough is dropping out of the Pacific and crossing the Northwest right now. This system is bringing scattered, fast-moving thunderstorms, but here's the catch. Most of these storms are dry thunderstorms. Let me explain what that means, because it's the key to understanding why today is so dangerous for fire weather. A dry thunderstorm produces lightning strikes, but the precipitation evaporates before it ever reaches the ground. It's called virga, rain that falls but disappears in midair. The temperatures are so high and the air so dry below the storm that raindrops simply evaporate. But the lightning, that still hits the ground. That still starts fires. So you get hundreds of simultaneous lightning strikes landing on bone-dry fuels with zero precipitation to suppress them. That is exactly how huge fire events start. This is how the Roe Creek Complex ignited in July. A single dry lightning siege on July 15th and 16th created hundreds of simultaneous fire starts across eastern Oregon. And now we're looking at another similar lightning threat today over northern Idaho, eastern Washington, and eastern Oregon. All 3 areas are tinder dry right now. On top of the lightning, gusty west to southwest winds are expected this afternoon throughout the Great Basin and into eastern Washington and Oregon. Wind gusts today are forecasted around 20 miles per hour, enough to spread fires quickly in bone-dry fuels. For fires already burning, even modest winds mean rapid and erratic spread.
Yeah.
Temperatures today are forecast in the upper 80s for central Oregon, with hotter readings farther south and east. Relative humidity will drop into the teens to low 20s by afternoon, well into critically dry territory. The National Weather Service has red flag warnings posted across eastern Washington, the northern Idaho Panhandle, and eastern Oregon fire zones. These are in effect through this evening. The Storm Prediction Center has designated parts of eastern Oregon and Washington under critical fire weather conditions today. Critical is the second highest fire weather risk tier, and it is not a designation taken lightly. Red flag warnings indicate a combination of strong winds, low relative humidity, and warm temperatures that can contribute to extreme fire behavior. Conditions today meet that threshold. The most dangerous fire weather the Pacific Northwest has seen in 2026 came in early August when particularly dangerous situation red flag warnings were issued as fires destroyed over 900 structures near Spokane in a single weekend. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen today, but I am saying watch how quickly dogs relax when they lie down on an orthopedic dog sofa like
Cutester.
this. Unlike flat beds, the Mr. Fluffy Friend
I could
orthopedic
sleep
dog
in
sofa
that.
this warning seriously. If you're in an evacuation zone, leave. Don't wait and see. Now, moving into Sunday, August 23rd, the trough pushes through overnight, but the danger does not end with it. In fact, Sunday brings a new threat layer. Mixed wet and dry thunderstorms are expected to develop across the greater Four Corners region and the Great Basin on Sunday afternoon and evening. Some of these storms will produce actual rainfall, particularly over Utah and Colorado. But plenty of them will remain dry as they move north and northeast. For eastern Oregon and eastern Washington, increased winds early Sunday, combined with fuels that are still critically dry, could lead to rapid fire growth once again. The NIFC forecast specifically highlights forecast zones NW5 and NW6. Eastern Oregon and eastern Washington as high risk for significant fire development on Sunday. If new fires start today from lightning, they will be burning through Sunday under continued elevated wind and dry conditions. That is a compounding risk. And the fires already burning Little Giant, Three Queens, Cece, King, Windmill, Deer Creek, Grotto, all of them could see significant runs tomorrow afternoon. Now, what about Monday and beyond? Here's where I have to be honest about the forecast uncertainty because the models are not giving us great news. AccuWeather meteorologist Joe Pastelok put it this way: some rain is possible in northwestern Washington and British Columbia during the third week of August, but it will remain dry farther east. This can be a period where another surge of wind and dry thunderstorms arises east of the Cascades with new fire development. So the western slopes, Seattle, the Puget Sound area, the Willamette Valley near Portland may see some moisture and a brief cool down early next week. But the fire zones, eastern Oregon, eastern Washington, the Idaho Panhandle, western Montana, no meaningful precipitation in the 7-day forecast. El Nino is in place this fall. Outlooks are favoring above normal temperatures and no indication of sustained wetting rainfall through the remainder of August. The NIFC seasonal outlook identifies Oregon, Washington, Idaho, northern Utah, northern Nevada, and northern Montana as having above normal fire potential ongoing. Now, before I close, let me give you the air quality situation because even if you're not in an evacuation zone, the smoke is affecting millions of people right now. Oregon DEQ issued an air quality advisory Friday, August 21st for Crook, Jefferson, eastern Umatilla, northern Union, and southern Wasco counties, in effect through at least Monday, August 24th. The Oregon Smoke website, orgonsmoke.org, is your best source. Download the Oregon Air app for real-time AQI updates where you live. In Washington, 13 eastern counties, including Spokane, Wenatchee, and Okanogan, are under air quality alerts for very unhealthy levels. No end date specified ongoing. If you're in any of these smoke-affected areas, close your windows, run your HVAC. On recirculation mode, and wear an N95 or KN95 mask if you must go outside. Surgical masks will not protect you from PM 2.5. The tiny particulates in wildfire smoke that penetrate deep into your lungs. You need a tight-fitting N95 or KN95. High-risk groups, children under 18, elderly adults, pregnant women, anyone with asthma, heart disease, or diabetes should stay inside completely when smoke is in the unhealthy range. Check fire.airnow.gov for real-time air quality maps across the entire country. It's free, it's accurate, and it's updated constantly. A quick note on travel: if you're driving through central or eastern Oregon or eastern Washington this weekend, please check conditions before you leave. US 26 between Prineville and Mitchell is running a single-lane pilot car system. US 20 inches eastern Oregon has been intermittently closed for weeks. Use tripcheck.com for Oregon and 511way.gov for Washington. Do not trust GPS navigation in fire zones. It can route you into closed roads or active fire areas. Pioneer Mountain Scenic Byway in Montana is closed due to the Sand Creek fire. Forest Service Road 2420 near Wisdom has no projected reopening date. Here is the evacuation summary for right now, Saturday morning, August 22nd. These are level 3 go now orders. If you are in these zones, leave immediately. Oregon Mill Creek Road near Milton Freewater, Paradise Fire, Clackamas River Road southeast of Estacada, Austin Fire, multiple zones in Klamath County, Wright Spring Fire, areas near Tonasket and Okanogan County, Sinlahaken Fire, South Shore of Lake Chelan, Little Giant Fire, check Okanogan County Sheriff's Office for exact zones. Montana Maverick Mountain, Elkhorn Hot Springs, Shale Creek, Clark Creek, and the north end of Grasshopper Valley, all under mandatory evacuation for the Sand Creek Fire. Owyhee County areas, including Pleasant Valley, Flint Creek Road, Triangle, and Antelope Ridge Road, remain under level 3 evacuation for the Big Grass Fire. All right, let me bring it all together for you. This is a historically severe wildfire season, the worst the Pacific Northwest has seen in years, arguably ever. 7.6 million acres burned nationally, 170% of the 10-year average. At least 7 firefighters have lost their lives this season, 900 structures destroyed near Spokane alone. And this weekend is not a rest period for these fires. Today and Sunday are critical days with dry lightning, gusty winds, and extreme fire weather across 4 states. I will be tracking every major development, new evacuations, new fires, forecast changes, and posting updates as they happen. If this video has been helpful, and if you know someone in Oregon, Washington, Montana, or Idaho.
Oh, Lord. Okay, I counted 19, whatchamacallits. Not counties. Places? Or were they counties? Now I can't remember. Shoot. Okay. Of people, or maybe it was 16 that have to go now, right? Go now. How scary. I can't remember his name, you guys. Ow, ow, ow. My knees are sore. But he stayed after, he was a former firefighter, and he stayed after on, I think it's called a Bobcat, maybe, you know, one of those like little teeny, not bulldozer, but whatever those things are. And yeah, the fire shifted, and he got caught up in it and died. Can you imagine? He was only in his 40s, and I think that was in, I think it was in Oregon, but maybe it was Idaho or something. And then there were a couple of firefighters up in the plane that drops the red retardant or whatever, right? That crashed. And then there was a woman and 3 other guys that got caught up in the fire. I saw that story. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But I've also seen stories of the Okanagan tribes that are losing everything. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes those reservations, they're pretty, not poor, but you know what I mean. They're like, where do they go? What do they do? You know, it's like, it's really sad. It was on the news. So, why can't I? Okay. So what I want to do is, I'm not going to be on too much longer, but I want to show my puzzles because that's the name of this live. And these are the 2 puzzles. If Team Rose sees this, she's into puzzles now, and I was a couple years ago with my daughter, right? This was the first one we did. It's only apparently 300 pieces, but I'll tell you what, it took like 10 days. Now, oops, it looks easy, right? It's pies, but you have the different hues of the color of the berries, and the crust, and the, I don't know, it just was not easy. And to think it was only 300 pieces. Now look at this. See all these? Apparently, I just noticed this today. These are the pieces from this puzzle and this one mixed. Okay, I don't know when or if ever I'm gonna sort these out, but this is the picture of the dessert ones. It's really colorful, but of course you can't see it. I mean, I guess I could turn the overhead light on. I'm thinking now it might be okay. I mean, look at that. Berries, ice cream scoops, watermelon popsicle there. Slushy. And that took a while, and that was only 350. I've never really looked. So Shaylin and I did this one after, and we got burnt out apparently, and haven't done one since. Now also having a bunch of cats, right? I mean, we could do it at the kitchen table if we ever wanted to do another one. But the cats, I guarantee you, cat or kittens or all of them would go up there and play, and a whole bunch of pieces would just be on the floor. But we thought we were going to do more, Rose. So we got some puzzles that my neighbor Rosie, she's a little, well, how old is she? I think she's 75. She had a really bad stroke. Now she just kind of sits in her chair. I feel bad for her. I'd visit her every week, but I'd have to go down there and sit with a mask, and I'd get hot. And anyway, she gave us these puzzles. We got 3 little cute blue-eyed kittens. It says close-ups, mega puzzles. What? Only 100 pieces. 100 pieces. I mean, Team Rose gets, big ones with 1,000, or I think she's done a few with 500. Okay, this does not look like fun. Yeah, my daughter's pretty good. How's the sound with that light on? Remember I used to struggle with that too? Oofta. This is 500 pieces, but check out the rows and rows of tulips. Can you imagine how tedious that would be? Okay, the ones in front, that would even be tedious. Look at the ones in the back. Really? Sound is good? Wow, that's crazy. And whatever. Thank you, Peggy. Got barns and whatnot. I don't know, but I mean, we could do it now that we have new carpeting and everything's even. I don't have to have 10,000 throw rugs or whatever down. We could do one in here, actually. But my neck would be killing me and whatever. Okay, so when she handed us these puzzles, I didn't even really look at them. I just said, oh, thank you. So I pulled them out today, out of the kitchen in the cupboard. Yeah, didn't it, Peggy? Oh my gosh. Now, this is, wow, none of these are 1,000. This is Days to Remember, Street of Memories. Wow. Okay, they're old. 500 pieces. The brand is Buffalo. The house with fall trees and a church in front, and a car from the 50s actually, and a couple of people burning a fire out front, a couple of men talking, some kids in a wagon with their dog. I don't know. This too would be too, I wouldn't even want to attempt it. I'm too lazy, I guess. There's the old car. There's the church. It's really kind of pretty. Looks a little bit like Maine. I mean, from what I've seen from her videos. And this one looks like fun. It's very colorful. It's Memory Lane Alangiana. Easy grip. I don't even know what that means. I guess they're easy grip. 300 big pieces. Okay, this one, if I'm ever going to do one again with my daughter, I mean, or my son, if he wanted to, this would be a fun one. Yes, when there's a large part of the same color. Now look at this one. This is really kind of nice. I mean, kind of. Or no, it is. Oh, look it. Okay, so we got a bird bath, flowers. My stupid tremors, I swear. And then, oh, that's one of those log, right? Bridges like they actually have in Vermont when I used to live there. We got a butterfly and a bird over in there. Oh, look at the little ducks down here. So, you know, it's quite, see that? Quite colorful. Who knows if all the pieces are in here? I'm assuming, but you know, you never know. And this is 300 big pieces. So, you know, so Shaylin and I can do some, because she likes to look at YouTube videos, but not so much the kinds of things I like to look at, even though if she calls me in, I'll look at them. And she's very tired after her job, to the point where she's kind of tired on the weekends, but she's with a couple of friends that she's met at work, and I'm surprised she's not back yet, so obviously she had dinner over there. And I told her I was going to say this. Okay, so and she didn't mind, she laughed. No, he likes Beyblades, and then they have to be a certain kind. And he went ahead and ordered, even though he's saving money on his SSI card for every month for some kind of, what is it? It's I don't know what it is. It's a game system thing, but it's not an Xbox. He has that. And then he can play these certain kind of games with his friend that lives in New York. But what was I gonna say? Oh, so last night, okay, and she's been to this place one other time since she's worked, because it's close by. And you know, and you guys know, you know, I quit drinking in 2011, but, you know, I know people have to try things if they want, and, you know, live their life too. So she had like one draft at this outside brewery thing and some fries once, and then the second time some chicken and fries, and she told me she had 1.5 yesterday, and she has an e-scooter. Right? I mean, we're talking fancy. It's heavy. It's got lights, you know, the whole 9 yards. It's huge, and it's black, and it's whatever. She came to the door, and she has this grin from here to here. Her eyes were a teeny bit glossy, just a little, right? And she was like this, and she goes, "Mom, I may have drank too much." Now, she thought I was going to be upset and question, right? But I didn't. I really didn't, because she was actually surprised, because I don't hound on her, but I have told her, you know, your dad, I think he's an alcoholic, but because he's on Keppra and Depakote for his grand mal seizures, he can't drink. But when he did in the past, he'd always get drunk and this and that. Hi, Barry Carson. Thanks so much. So so anyway, and I'm an alcoholic. I mean, I just am. I will be forever. Just because I'm not drinking, doesn't mean anything. Well, I mean, you know what I mean. It means I'm one arm's length away, from something if I wanted it, which thankfully I don't. And so she's holding her thing and she's leaning like this. And I said, "Oh my God, you didn't ride that home, did you?" It was like the first thing out of my mouth. And she goes, because I didn't say you're drunk. I said, "You're really buzzed." she's 22, right? And, I remember my heydays, right? Because the drinking age in Vermont, where I went to high school and stuff, was 18. So I was drinking at 16, No wonder I became a damn alcoholic. So anyway, so she's predisposed by, if both parents drink, you're predisposed by supposedly 80%. So what is she predisposed by? 75 or maybe 50, but she's got a really smart head on her shoulders. Yeah. Hi, you guys. Hit the like. Will you guys help me get to, what am I at, 23? Help me get to 30 for those of you, because it gets me out in the algorithm more. And then people will see me and maybe sub, and I'll get to my goal of 5,000. So she's holding up this big-ass e-bike, right? Standing by it like this, kind of, with this grin like that, like, let's see if I can do it. It's just fixed. Like anyway, she goes, no, I gotta ride. And she semi-stumbles in even. And I said, "Oh my God, how did you get this thing up the stairs?" She's like, "I don't know." So I told her, she's ever in that situation again, I'm right there in the living room, call my phone, text it, whatever, and I'll help her the best I can, So then she gets in, and she's laughing so hard that she literally kind of, her foot, I mean, she really wasn't shit-faced, but she was so tired. She did eat, but she ended up she was like, "I think I had 5. And I said, "Are these bottles? What were they?" And she said, "Well, someone bought pitcher." Boy, do I remember those days, right? Pitchers of beer. So then, I ask a lot of questions because I wanted to have a clue, right? Was there somebody there? And I wouldn't ask names. I really wouldn't. But, the pouring, right? It's half gone, you fill it up again, not that someone's trying to get my 22-year-old drunk, but I don't know, you never know. But she said, no, I just poured my own. So, she semi-fellish on the living room floor. This was about 7:30 last night, just laid there laughing. And I'm like, oh my God. And then I told her, I said, "You reek." She goes, "What? You could smell it? Where, on my clothes?" I said, "No, from your mouth and your pores, whatever." So that shocked her because she couldn't, right? Which, I remember those days too. So then she went into her room, and she was sitting there leaning against her pillow like this. She was like, resting. So I sat down, I was holding her hand, and that's probably her. And now I'm gonna mute and everything will get befuddled. Well, maybe I won't mute. Hi. Oh yeah, I'm home. Are you home? Oh, I'm doing a live. I'm covering the fires, and I just got done telling your really buzzed Shaylin story. No, I asked you if I could because I think people think I don't let you live and you're stuck in the house. It's too late. I already said it. All I said was, let you inside? Oh, you don't have a key. Oh my gosh, I forgot. I looked at my phone like 5 minutes ago to see if you even texted. Oh my God. I'm deaf as a bat. I mean, I'm blind as a bat, and I'm deaf as a... I'll be right there, okay? All right, bye-bye. Oh my God, she didn't leave with her key today. She got picked up to go to her friends, so I need to let her in the house. Just a minute. Are you hungry? Did you eat over there? What did you have? Oh, God, that sounds good. All right. Okay. She's like, what did you say? I said, well, remember you said I could. I mean, if she was trashed and couldn't remember, I wouldn't, you know. I said you got to the door and said, Mom, I might have drank too much. So anyway, that was my first time ever seeing my daughter buzzed. So, yeah. Okay, so I showed my puzzles. Now, this is the other thing I want to do. And then I really am going to end my life. I looked up, what it means to love puzzles and, you know, if there's a name for it and something like that, because I was listening to Team Rose's live, and she said, yeah, people pick on me or they're bugged by the fact I like doing puzzles so much. And then her and Maria G were talking, and I was listening on 2 times the speed to catch up. Shout out to Team Rose, check her channel out, and Maria G for that matter. She's in the UK and she's really funny. And Rose said, yeah, I should do piss off puzzles. I just laughed my ass off. I mean, she didn't even, it wasn't live or anything. I was just watching it. And so I thought, I'm going to do a live and call it Piss Off Puzzles. And I put at Team Rose. And then I guess people are giving her flack for making pies, I guess. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to do piss off puzzles and piss off pies. I think it's so darn funny. Okay, so I'm going to pull up Fiddlesticks. Oh, Fiddlesticks. It's on the other one. All right, well, I'll just, type in quick. And then, like, I'm hungry. It's 8:30. She apparently ate. And my son already ate before, I did a live. I'm the only one that hasn't eaten. Board puzzles. Why do adults pick on adults that Do puzzles. Whoops. Do puzzles. Do puzzles too much, or that do puzzles too. I guess it's that one. And this is what it says. This is for you, Team Rose, so we can get enlightened why this is happening. Adults pick on other adults who do puzzles because of outdated stereotypes, a misunderstanding of the hobby, and a cultural obsession with constant productivity. Outdated stereotypes, childish perception. People mistakenly view puzzles as simple toys made for young children. Elderly stereotype. Others assume puzzles are only meant for nursing homes or slow afternoons. Ignored complexity. Critics do not realize that advanced 1,000-piece or wooden puzzles require high-level spatial reasoning and patience. The pressure to be productive. Hustle culture. Modern society teaches people that every minute must be spent working, learning, or earning. Wasted time. Busy individuals see quiet, slow activities as a waste of time. Inability to rest. Teasing often comes from people who feel guilty when they relax, so they project that guilt onto others. Social insecurity. This is probably what's happening with you, Rose. Bullying behavior. Teasing is an easy way for insecure people to feel superior. Envy of peace. Puzzle members look calm and focused, which can annoy stressed out people. Okay, and to explore this social dynamic further, it says facing teasing from family members or coworkers, dealing with occasional jokes or harsh judgment. Yeah, so this was interesting to me. What kind of personality likes puzzles? Because my friend Team Rose is doing a puzzle, and then she's does another one and another one and another one, and she's enjoying first of all being able to do it, because I'm not very good. My daughter was. She'd, oh, another piece, oh, another piece, and you get to, you know what I mean, have a goal and have the final beautiful picture in front of you. People who like puzzles are usually patient, detail-oriented, and analytical. They enjoy solving problems, finding patterns, and making order out of a mess, whether they prefer quiet solo logic games or working with a team. Key traits of puzzle lovers. Patient. They do not mind taking their time to reach a goal. Detail-oriented. They notice small clues, shapes, and color changes. Logical. They like to test ideas and figure out how things work. Goal-driven. Goal-driven. They feel happy and accomplished when finishing a tough challenge. Organized. They often like to sort pieces or plan steps before starting. Okay, and common puzzle styles are the planner, who sorts and organizes pieces first to create clear structure. That's what Peggy does. She said in here, Team Rose says she does that. The explorer jumps right in using gut feelings and visual patterns. That's what my daughter does. The team player enjoys solving challenges together with friends or family. What is a puzzle addict called? A person who loves puzzles is formally called a dissectologist. A dissectologist. If they are addicted to word or logic puzzles instead, they may be called an enigmatologist. Matologist, an expert or professional in puzzles. Wow. So the word dissectologist comes from 18th century origin, and it was first called dissected maps. Do high IQ people like puzzles? Yes. Many high IQ people enjoy puzzles because they stimulate pattern recognition, logic, and abstract reasoning. However, liking puzzles depends heavily on individual personality traits, their interests, and how a person likes to spend their free time, rather than their intelligence score alone. Oh, apparently there's a dopamine release, right? The dopamine in our brains. Successfully solving a challenge triggers a rewarding sense of accomplishment and mental satisfaction. Need for cognition. People with high intrinsic curiosity naturally seek out complex systems to decode. There's frustration versus the reward. There's specific types. There's diverse hobbies. And yeah. And that's probably, except this one. Why are puzzles so addictive? I jokingly said, because she was saying, I'm addicted to these puzzles. And I said, you might need to go to PA, Puzzles Anonymous, which I thought was kind of funny. Puzzles are addictive because they trigger a steady stream of dopamine. Wow, a steady stream? The brain's feel-good reward chemical through micro achievements. Every time a piece clicks into place or a solution emerges, your brain receives immediate feedback and a burst of satisfaction, driving you to chase the next small win. Wow. Wow. Okay, and then just this, psychological triggers. Flow state. Puzzles hit the sweet spot of difficulty, matching your skill level to induce sleep. Okay, it can induce sleep. Highly focused absorption where hours pass like minutes. Yeah, I remember she said she was at one of her puzzles for 3 hours in a row, and it didn't feel like it. Control and order. They provide a predictable, safe environment where chaos, a pile of mixed pieces, is systematically transformed into order by your own hands. Immediate feedback. Unlike real-life projects with vague progress, puzzles offer instant visual validation every single time a connection is made. And this is interesting, Rose. The Zeigarnik or Zeigarnik effect. Z as in zoo, E as in egg, I as in igloo, G as in girl, A as in apple, R as in red, N as in nest, I as in igloo, and K as in key. Zeigarnik effect. Our brains hate unfinished tasks. An incomplete puzzle creates mild cognitive tension that keeps pulling your attention back until the final piece is secured. I just learned a lot about puzzles. Thanks everyone for being here on this Saturday night or whatever. A lot was kind of covered, puzzles, the fires, because people have been asking me how I am. And again, you know, I'm Puget Sound area. I'm not Seattle. But 2 hours from there. And yeah, and I've been here since 1991. And I'm still learning about the weather changes. When it was busting down, pouring rain, I think it was 3 years ago, our town, Bellingham, was actually on the news. And my mom called. She was, in Iowa then. She's passed away now, but she's like, Megan, did you know you're on the news? And I was like, no. I didn't even know, just staying in this apartment during that day and a half of busting down rain. There was water up to the cars. I mean, we're talking literally 2.5 blocks from me. The entire street, I won't say which street, but it has a lot of car dealerships and things on it, was flooded bad. And a guy was in his canoe going down, and then I saw sumas and other things, and it was intense. And I had no idea, right? Because I wasn't following the news then. I don't know what I was doing 3 years ago that night. But the lights were coming on and off, that kind of deal, the power, and it was absolutely pell-melling down. But yeah, so try a puzzle, and have that dopamine release and that pleasure release and goal accomplishment. But I'm gonna go. I didn't really pull up chat because it's been a little bit of a long life for me. But I watch back my lives. I'll see your comments. I'll see your hellos. And oh, did she? Meghan Markle. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There was talk that, well, I don't know. They had all that stuff, Harry and her in common, and going to Africa and all this, and they get married. I don't know. I just better not. I don't know. I mean, I get their life is probably pretty good. I mean, I'm assuming. Yeah. So yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks to the bush dwellers, right? And if you see fit to give me a tip to your hostess with the non-mostess for my dancing and taking time. And oh, hi, Flautez. It was an interesting live to you. Thanks so much. Thank you. I've got all my weight on my knees and it's starting to hurt, but thank you. Good to see you. Flautez is from Brazil. Oh, did she? Wow. Wow. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can pull up, because I don't think he'll mind if I play some of his stuff. I mean, these are parodies of me, or little skits or whatever, cartoony kind of things like MK Ultra makes, who's really Bass Essentials, who's really the real REEL Dolly Vision, who is also the Dolly Vision True Crimes. So whatever name he wants to use. I mean, a lot of things he took down in the past. So maybe that means I can't even play them just because they're, I don't know. I'm still learning Messenger and stuff, but that's what I want to do. So this is Megan's Shenanigans. Thank you for being here. And on my, top of my channel page, I have a Cash App and a PayPal, $ Papercut Tina, or at Dakota Dame, because I am from South Dakota. My heart's in the Midwest. 0627. Thank you. Thanks so much for your help, Peggy. And boy, when I listen back to this, it'll probably be tonight after I eat, and it's smooth, I'll be so happy, because I wasn't mortified, but I was really bothered that just because I turned the camera around on my iPad, I mean, it was fine until I did that and turned it back, because the first song was level, no glitching, no static. I turned the darn camera around thinking everything's going to be fine for an hour and a half or whatever it was, an hour or whatever. And it's not. I mean, it was disturbing. So I really hope it is good. And I thank you for everyone being here. And hit the like if you want to, and if you're willing to, subscribe to me. Help me get to 5,000. It's been my goal for, quite a few months. That's just amazing. That's amazing. Well, it was AI. I mean, the little videos and, and YouTube, whatever, they gave me suggestions, but not what I needed. I mean, I typed in iPad 14 Pro, streaming live, on YouTube Live. I mean, I didn't mince words, and I never figured it out. And this 10-second delay rule is key. And maybe it'll work on other things for other people besides just an iPad. You go in to make your live. Of course, the camera's on and the mic automatically, which, it just is. You turn them both off. You turn your camera on first. This is before going into your live, where you hit live, whether it's StreamYard, whatever. StreamYard, I didn't have any problems at all. And then you, oh, hi, Two Boston Moms. Hi, hun. Okay, so you hit camera, or no, yeah, you hit camera, and I count to 15, like I'm paranoid. I don't even do 10 seconds. And then you turn the mic on, and then you go into your live. Yeah, so if I forget to do all that, and then like I haven't gotten a thumbnail, which a lot of times I do at the end, or even the title in, I just end my live, I delete it, and I start over. So yeah, thanks everyone for being here. I love you guys, Bush Dwellers, everyone. Thanks for your help. I've been on a while. I got to make some dinner for myself. And yeah, hopefully tomorrow I'll be here. Trying to do a live every day, you know what I mean? I get ad revenue, and that boosts things, and it's a good thing. Prayers to anybody that needs them. All right. Bye, you guys. Thanks for everything.